What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today, I looked at the average price of buying a Pokemon set. So what I did, I went to TCG Player. I took all of the numbers off of each set. So, for instance, Evolving Skies, to buy every single card on TCG Player, market price, costs $3,362.73. Don't worry, we're going to go through these numbers in depth here. Whereas something like the bottom tier, Obsidian Flames, goes for $222.36. So a big variance in buying out a set. Now, a couple things to note. You're not buying the reverse holos. You're not buying the promo cards. Like, you're not completing a full master set, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. So in the comments down below, what do you think is the average? I started at Chilling Reign, went to Stellar Crown. What is the average price to buy every card in a set? I think the answer might shock you. We're going to go through this, and here's why this matters, in my opinion. I then compared the price of Sword and Shield booster boxes to how they ranked in terms of value for cards. And I did the same for Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes. Are the booster boxes at the top of the value chain the same as the sets that are at the top of the chain for value of cards? It's a little tongue twisty and confusing, but I think it's some really interesting data. So starting off, I'm just going to show you the booster box on the side here, show you some of the numbers, and we're just going to kind of go through the list, and then I'll go to the spreadsheet and actually show you like the different lists in order. Okay, so starting in chronological order, we started at Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign, a booster box, currently $206.14. To buy every card in Chilling Reign set, $1,216.82. So pretty solid. I'm letting you know right now, that is like upper echelon of sets. Followed closely by Evolving Skies. Closely. It's not even close. Evolving Skies, booster box, $691. This is the moonshot. This is the one, the exception to every rule, because it's just going bananas. Evolving Skies, to buy every card in the set, $3,362.73. So just wild stuff. Like, some of the calculations that I want to do don't include Evolving Skies because it just boosts the average so much compared to everything else. Okay, the next set to come out, booster box set, was Fusion Strike, where a booster box of Fusion Strike, currently $211.75. Now to buy every card, $906.79. Interesting thing is that Fusion Strike went through that big, like, mass hysteria of, oh my goodness, we need to go buy Fusion Strike boxes before they sell it on Pokemon Center. And that went everything into a crazy feeding frenzy. It was crazy. I tried to say feeding frenzy and crazy at the same time, and I stuttered. It's just the way it is. Okay, Brilliant Stars is next. Booster box, $179.60 to buy every card in Brilliant Stars, including the Trainer Gallery, $592.43. Astral Radiance, the booster box, current market price, $163, and every card of the set, $735.81. Lost Origin, a little bit higher. Booster box, almost $200, just under it, and to buy every card, $815. Silver Tempest, underrated based on these numbers, in my opinion. $154 for the booster box. To buy every card in the set, $552. Honestly, past that Lugia, you could argue that the Rayquaza VMAX Trainer Gallery card is up there too, but the Lugia is what holds Silver Tempest up. Not a ton else in Silver Tempest holding much value. Then we get into Scarlet and Violet era, and this is where it takes a big drop. So you got to keep into consideration. These are new. These are still in print, theoretically anyways. And Sword and Shield is already a couple years old, so there's going to be some variance in booster box prices for sure. That being said, as prices settle down for the singles, it typically just kind of averages out over like 3 to 6 months after a set releases. The singles seem relatively stable, typically. Okay, Scarlet and Violet base set. Booster box still under $100. The only one under $100. $92.28 market price. And to buy every card in the set, really, these cards have taken a pretty big drop as well, with that Miriam not even being that much. Every card in the set costs $345.40. Then it jumps to one of the better sets of Scarlet and Violet era, Paldia Evolved. $133 for the booster box, $876.57 for Paldea evolved every card of the set. So that's pretty nice. That's higher than what we've seen recently. Okay, Obsidian Flames, I told you, or I think I told you at the start, this is the lowest one. $114 for a booster box, but only $222.36 to buy every card out of Obsidian Flames. That card was just doomed from the start, it felt like. The Charizard started up high. Every other card was already cheap like 2 weeks after release of Obsidian Flames, and it's never gotten any better. And the Charizard has taken a big tank. Paradox Rift, $102 for the booster box, $650 for the cards in the set, and Temporal Forces right around the same as Paradox Rift. Like, I remember a couple weeks ago, I said I would pair Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces kind of like in the same camp of where I would rank them in terms of booster boxes or sets of Scarlet and Violet era. And this data tells the truth. Booster box for Temporal Forces, $103, and every card in the set, $642. Very close to Paradox Rift. Twilight Masquerade got the huge Greninja card. The booster box is going crazy right now, $143.70, and every card in the set, $960. So that is a very high set cost for cards, especially out of Scarlet and Violet era. Then we got Stellar Crown, and some people are still thinking it's a really good investment, might be underprinted. Like, this is all just speculation because who knows? And yet other people are like, maybe we're a little wrong about Stellar Crown. Maybe it's just a mediocre set. And these numbers don't really lie. Booster box, $110, so that's going to just change based on it's brand new. But already, the total value of all the cards in the set, $529.28. So a pretty big difference. Here's what I want to do now. Okay, I'm going to bring you to my spreadsheet. All right, so here's the list in order of price to buy every card, and then on the right-hand column there is the price of the booster box. But here's the order in top sets based on price of single cards. Evolving Skies, right at the top. It's not even close, $3,362. Chilling Reign next. Twilight Masquerade in third place. Like, anyone who tells me that Twilight Masquerade isn't a good set, think again, because the numbers don't really lie. And I think this is a really, really solid list based on the order that it presents itself. Fusion Strike, $906. Fourth place, it's got two absolutely stunning cards, and plus the Celebi, plus the the dancing robot dude, Genesect. I couldn't think of his name for a second, but Fusion Strike, good cards, hard pull rates. Paldea Evolved, another very popular one, second, maybe first most popular out of Scarlet and Violet, and it's right in the top 5 there of top sets since Chilling Reign. Lost Origin, typically viewed as one of the better Final Four sets of Sword and Shield era. That's my opinion anyways. Got that Giratina, which really helps the cause here at $815. Astral Radiance is a little bit of a funny one because Machamp really, it's not a crazy expensive card. Like, it's still a $100 plus card, but that's what's holding it up. Plus you got the Starmie V Trainer Gallery card, the Garchomp, and I guess you got the Dialga and Palkia. Beedrill. I mean, there's some good cards in here, but not like a huge chase card to go after in Astral Radiance, yet the prices are still high. There's a lot of medium chase cards to go after in Astral Radiance, which changes things up a little bit. Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces, like I said, $650 and $642, so big, like they're the same. Not big changes is what I was trying to say. Brilliant Stars. Lots of people like Brilliant Stars, but the numbers tell a different story. $592. Not a ton to chase after in Brilliant Stars. I know there's the Charizard and the Charizard Rainbow, but the price is not all that high. And same with Silver Tempest. You gots to love the Lugia, but that's it. That's it, folks. Stellar Crown, $529. It's bottom 3 already, and it's only going to get worse because these cards, like almost every set, the cards drop. So Stellar Crown, not a great set based on these values. Okay, Scarlet and Violet base set, $345, right in the basement, and Obsidian Flames is, I don't even know what the word is for below basement, but that's where Obsidian Flames is. But now if we go by booster boxes, here's the list, and I separated these ones into Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. It's pretty unfair to compare Sword and Shield booster boxes that have had some age to them compared to Scarlet and Violet. So if we scroll down, here is the list of Sword and Shield ones. Evolving Skies obviously takes the cake, not even close, $691 for the booster box. Fusion Strike actually is ahead of Chilling Reign here, not by much. not by much, $5, $211 for Fusion Strike, $206 for Chilling Reign. Lost Origin coming in next, and that is in 4th place of the value scale as well. This is an interesting one, though. Brilliant Stars has always been a bit more of an expensive booster box, $179 right now. Astral Radiance has the higher price, but a lower booster box. So maybe Charizard pulls some weight. Is that the reason? Is it because the one big chase card of Charizard V fighting the Venusaur? Is that what's happening here? That's why I think these values are important, because you want to look at the total value of cards, but then you also want to look at the chase card, which is usually propping up the values, which this isn't a perfect scenario, but it gives you a good starting place. It's kind of what I'm trying to argue here. Then Scarlet and Violet era is right here. Twilight Masquerade takes the cake, $960 for the cards, $143 booster box. These ones are not like, there's so much room for reprints and everything here that I wouldn't go too far into this, but the value really matters. Twilight Masquerade, Paldea Evolved. I've said it for a while now. These are the top 2 sets of Scarlet and Violet era, in my opinion, especially the main sets. I'm not talking about the specialty sets, because 151 and Paldean Fates are top notch as well. Temporal Forces, actually a little above based on booster box price by like $1. Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces, though, right in the same wheelhouse. And then these 3, I mean, Stellar Crown, you can't base it off the booster box price because it's literally brand new. But Stellar Crown, like, I would kind of rank those 3 kind of in the lower tier. If there was 3 pools, I said it in a few weeks ago video, this is Pool A or Tier S, whatever you want to call it. This is Tier B, and this is Tier C. Like, I like every Scarlet and Violet set, but I would rank them into 3 separate categories, with Twilight Masquerade and Paldea Evolved being the top 2. So here's what you came for over here. Now, if you average out all the sets of cards, it's going to cost you $886.39 on average to buy a full set of single cards off a TCG player to complete one set. Once again, not including the reverse holos or the promo cards, whatever. What happens if we take out Evolving Skies? That number drops drastically to $695. $695. Okay, take that number back to this list here, and this is kind of the cutoff. Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces, right below the average in terms of set values. Astral Radiance and above, a little bit over set average. If you take the full average, including Evolving Skies, then you have to get into Fusion Strike before you are over average, and even Paldea Evolved would be under average. So I think Evolving Skies just makes it a little bit too muddy of the waters. So I think my takeaway out of this is that set value matters. It's not the only thing that matters, but it definitely does matter. Like, I think the lists that I was able to generate in order based on the values are actually quite accurate, based on like sets that I want to continue to open, based on sets and how I would rank them in different tiers. But the other thing that this video didn't address is the chase card, because Evolving Skies has so many chase cards. That's why it's kind of the unicorn of the sets. But think about Twilight Masquerade. If it didn't have the Greninja, it still has a couple of good cards like the Perrin, like the Carmine. If you didn't have the Magikarp in Paldea Evolved, you still have the Iono, you still have the Chi-Yu, you still have the Chien-Pao. There's some good cards in that set, regardless of the top chase card. But the top chase card is what actually matters in terms of like bringing me back as someone who wants to open Pokemon cards or someone who wants to buy sealed products. Hey, there's always the opportunity. If I have a box of Twilight Masquerade, if I have a box of Paldea Evolved, if I have a box of Evolving Skies, I always have that, like, there's a gravity towards that. I want to open it to get that one last chance of getting that big chase card. And I think that's what makes sets so popular. But that also goes hand in hand with the values. So hopefully you enjoyed the little breakdown here, and let me know what you think. I think it's really interesting. This is like very, very similar to what I would rank the sets in typically. And now, with that being said, I have a new box of Paradise Dragona, because people are just spouting off about how Surging Sparks is going to be amazing. So let's see if we can pull something huge out of here, and maybe that's going to just lead the charge for Surging Sparks having some great cards to it. All right, here it is. Paradise Dragona. I haven't opened Japanese cards in quite a long time, so I'm interested to see what's in here. I mean, I feel like the Latios and Latios cards are in here. That would be really cool if I could pull one. I have had typically terrible luck pulling SARs out of Japanese cards, but I mean, there's gotta be a first. There's gotta be a first. We're gonna start on the left side. I actually don't know a ton about this set, so let's just get into it. Let's get into it. I really like the specialty sets in Japanese, but just the main sets with only like 5 cards. Like, well, there's an Execute. I mean, we'll take that. Get the Alolan Executor SAR as well. That would be pretty cool. That's actually not a bad card, though. I like that. I like that. All right. But 5 cards is just so weird. Like, part of me is like, yeah, that's actually okay because, I mean, you start to lose a little bit of care after you're opening common cards anyways, after a little bit. But it just feels so weird. There's such a lack of cards. There's Latios. I actually always get these guys confused. The red one, Latios or Latios? It's embarrassing. I should know that. I should know that. You should give me some flack in the comments for not knowing that. But always get confused by those two. Come on. Nothing there. The artwork on the pages is actually quite cool, or on the packs. You got Latios and Latios along with Alolan and Executor on the beach. I do enjoy that. Like, that's pretty cool. And I think the Terra hat on Executor actually kind of suits. Because some Pokemon, the Terra hat looks not very good, and other Pokemon, it actually doesn't look all that bad. Got an Ace Spec. I have no idea what Ace Spec that is, if it's anything good or anything bad, so I mean, and I can't even get it into the sleeve, so that's really good, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm just choking hard, showing you how much of a noob I am sometimes, which I guess is okay. Come on. Nada. Nada, nada, nada. I would love to pull an SAR, though. Love it. Nothing there. And there's like, you can open it like that, but I suck more at opening from the top than I do just ripping open the pack. Like, that didn't work very good either. Never figured it out. Probably never will. Probably never will. Anyways, back to the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the data analysis, because I actually thought the list was stunningly good. If anything, feel like maybe Silver Tempest felt like an outlier there. If you include some of the specialty sets, like Scarlet and Violet 151 has quite a lot of value added. What is that? Ooh, okay. Is that a Cyclizar? Looks like it. Cyclizar EX. I mean, these Terra cards look really, really good. Really good. But what was I saying? If you include the specialty sets, that's what I was saying. Scarlet and Violet 151 has a decent amount. Ooh, okay. Little Bruxish action. This Pokemon is so hard for me to spit out. Bruxish. It's a hard one to say. But 2 ARs already on the left side. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe getting the SAR. I gotta finish my thought though. Alessia's back. Crown Zenith has a decent value. I think it was like high 700s. Scarlet and Violet 151, decent. Paldean Fates also decent. So big. There's some big specialty sets out there too. Celebrations, very, very low. Pokemon Go, very, very low. Shrouded Fable, not like extremely low, but kind of still on the decline a little bit. So, ooh, there is a nice card. There is a nice card. Now we definitely have to pull the SAR. Check that bad boy out. That is sick, though it feels really disappointing that they didn't make this one an SAR as well. Like only an AR for one of them and an SAR for the other one? Why not both? Why not pander to the people a little bit? But maybe Pokemon knows what they're doing. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I really want an SAR in this box. Ooh. The Kyurem as well, which is a really, really cool card. A really, really cool card. I like it. I like it. We're on the right side of the box. I don't know if you noticed. So we got some packs left, but time is definitely running out. But that might be good. Come on. One time? Is this actually a good card? I think it is. Ooh. Well, we got an SAR. I don't know who this is. Man, if that was Lycia, that would have been spectacular. We were so close. I don't know who this is, but I think, well, it's an SAR. It's a nice pull. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. Check it. I don't even know what to tell you, but definitely a nice card. All right, well, I mean, we must be almost out of pulls by now. 3 art rares and an SAR that I don't even know who it is. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Felicia's Appeal, or whatever that card is called, is worth some money too, which that would have been sick. There's that guy again. I don't know who it is. Tell me down in the comments. I'm a noob with the Japanese cards usually, but I am definitely having fun. And that's what matters, isn't it? Isn't that what Pokemon's all about? Having fun, making a little money off of Pokemon investing, opening up some cards. You gotta love it all. I certainly do. Alright, we got a few packs left, Let me know what you think down in the comments. And there's the Executor. Another cool looking card. I like the rainbow borders on just these double rare EX cards. I think they look really good. I think they look quite nice. Come on. Is there one more hit in here? That would be awesome. Awesome. 3 packs left. Nothing there. The thing is, in Canada anyways, like getting rid of Japanese cards, there's not that high in demand. Like the occasional big hitter card might be a little bit in demand, but on average, hard to get rid of. Hard to get rid of. English cards are much easier. This is the last pack, and we got nada. All right, check it though. Executor, whoever this is, SAR, pretty nice. The Kyurem, pretty sick. Love that card. Love that card. It's a good looking set. It's a good looking set. I think Surgeon Sparks might actually be pretty awesome. And only time will tell what the value of all the cards of Surging Sparks will be. But that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace!